Pleasant Hill is destroyed in Avengers Standoff Alpha 1. On S.H.I.E.L.D. helicarrier Iliad, a group of agents hack into the command central, setting up the screen to play the Sunday football. As they settle in to watch the game, the room explodes. Winter Soldier arrives, taking one of the agents hostage. Later, the agent is interrogated by Steve Rogers, since the agent helped Bucky hack into some files. Steve wonders what Bucky is up to since he has attacked 4 S.H.I.E.L.D. bases in the last week. Looking over to the destroyed room, Steve finds a napkin that he seems to recognize. In New York, Sam Wilson battles the Green Skull, an eco-terrorist who is trying to wipe out humanity. Sam defeats him, but when he arrives on the ground, he is greeted by an angry mob, calling for him to be replaced. Whisperer, the hacker who broke open S.H.I.E.L.D's secret files, contacts Sam, saying that they need to talk in person. Following the clue Bucky left, Steve heads to an old diner they used to go to in the 40s. Steve meets Bucky, and over dinner, Bucky tells Steve that Maria Hill hasn't been truthful with him. Sam goes to the location Whisperer gave him, only to find out that Whisperer is Rick Jones. Rick says that he has been able to do all the amazing hacking he has done because after he was cured of being A-bomb, something happened to his brain, making him able to pick up skills very quickly. Sam says that thanks to Rick, S.H.I.E.L.D. shut down the Kobik program, but Rick tells him that they never did shut it down. Bucky tells Steve that Maria Hill kept Kobik active and hidden, thanks to Maria blackmailing a bunch of scientists into working for her. Maria Hill and S.H.I.E.L.D. arrive, prompting Bucky to escape. Steve is then taken to Pleasant Hill after confronting Hill about it. Rick and Sam are interrupted by S.H.I.E.L.D. as well, forcing them to escape, with Sam dropping Rick on a nearby building. In Pleasant Hill, Maria takes Steve around town, telling him that the town has no crime and is the best place on Earth. She shows him what they do to the villains that they capture, changing their appearance and giving them a new life in the city. Steve realizes that the project uses the Cosmic Cube fragments, which he assumed were going to be destroyed. He orders Hill to shut the place down and to take him to where the fragments are. Hill takes Steve to a daycare where he shows him Kobik, the little girl who conjures a small ball of energy on Steve before Selvig tells her to stop. Hill and Selvig tell Steve that the child is the fragments, who took human form when the lab they were testing the cube in exploded. Steve says that they are using her to brainwash the villains, but Selvig says that they are using her to help the broken and repair them. Elsewhere, a group of villains meet up, talking about the arrival of Steve. Zemo says that they should attack now while he is old and weak. Back in the command center, Maria says that she knows Bucky is coming to destroy Kobik. A local comes to see Maria, surprising them by transforming into Nitro, who blows up the entire building. Across the town, villains spring their trap, killing S.H.I.E.L.D. agents and destroying the town. Steve calls in backup as Zemo and his team arrive. Yeah, really cool second issue of this whole Pleasant Hill event. And really, I was kind of a little bit disappointed that someone like Steve found out so early on. I thought they were gonna sort of build that up a little bit more as sort of like this big thing that gets released by Bucky or maybe Rick Jones or something. But yeah, I guess he knows now and he's seen what's happened now and the town is actually being destroyed, so I guess he's calling in the Avengers to sort of help and sort of deal with what's going on in this town. I really enjoyed this, and I like that they sort of explained like the whole deal with Kobik and everything, and I wonder if this is sort of also playing into Civil War as well, because this seems sort of similar to that. Like Steve is totally against like the rehabilitation of these villains, like the way the way S.H.I.E.L.D. are doing it, which is essentially brainwashing them into thinking they're other people, whereas he thinks they should, I guess, be rehabilitated normally. Whereas like S.H.I.E.L.D. and Dr. Selvig, and I guess maybe some heroes are in on it as well, like Stark and everything, are all for it. You know, they think this is the only way that they can help these broken people. I really like that. I thought that was pretty cool, and definitely think it will play into Civil War, since a lot of the comics at the moment are actually getting subtitled Road to Civil War 2, so it's going to be interesting to see how this whole Civil War Pleasant Hill thing sort of relates to each other, whether this is the event that sort of kicks off everything, like this gets released to the public and then all hell starts breaking loose. But yeah, I'm really excited. I thought this was really cool, and there's a couple of issues coming up that from like different comics that are all tied in, so I'll definitely be taking them on board, especially if they're related to Civil War. I'm going to give this issue a 8 out of 10.